Hello, my name is Steve. This is my call sign is KI5JUF, Kilo India 5 Juliet Uniform Foxtrot. Today I'm going to make a quick video on the 991A to kind of give some things that I've learned about the radio just recently. There's just some things for us new hams that we're kind of have to learn the different buttons and so forth. So, basically to turn it on, 3 seconds. And I have already pre-programmed the call sign and so forth in here, but the purpose of this video is to show how to navigate from the VFO, how to lock the VFO, how to go to fast scan and so forth. So when you first turn on the radio, this radio right now is in what we call memory mode. So there's actually 2 modes that you can work the radio. I'm going to lock the VFO so it will stay on the frequency. By pressing the VM, this will change from what we call VFO mode to memory mode. So when I press this, you'll notice the memory will go away in the upper portion of the screen. Now we're in VFO mode. However, the VFO is still locked. It will not adjust. But if I want to go back to memory mode, I press the VM again and it will take me back to memory mode. Now when you're in memory mode, you basically use the multifunction control to scroll through the memories. And what I have done here is I have programmed in some local frequencies here in the area. We have the local repeater, and we also have the simplex calling frequency, another repeater in the area, and we also have the 10 meter upper sideband and lower side, or FM, and 6 meter upper sideband calling, and of course 6 meter FM. We also have an N-Star weather system that we just got programmed in today. So a couple of things about the radio are, if you want to adjust the squelch, for example, say for example we're going to go to the simplex calling frequency, which is channel 2, memory location 2. So say for example if you want to adjust the squelch. So I've got some quick buttons set up here, quick links. First of all, the meter button, if you scroll through and press the meter button, you'll notice you'll scroll through what they call PO, which is your output power, and that's automatic limiting. There's your SWRs, and I'm not sure what those are. Those are some ones I'm not familiar with. This has something to do with the voltage on the radio. So we are running it with a 30 amp power supply, so we've got plenty of power for the radio. For example, if you want to adjust the squelch, for example, what you'll do is you'll press the quick link button there, and you'll notice the squelch will appear up here on the receive bar. So to adjust the squelch, I'm going to use the multifunction key here. Turn it up. It's not coming in, but let's try another one. So if I wanted to go back to memory mode, what I've learned is, I'm not sure if this is totally correct, but if I press the memory channel hot link here, this will put me back in memory mode, and then I can go in and make the adjustment. So let's make an adjustment here on this one. So what I did again, I'll press this to go back. Notice when I press the MCH, the SQL will go away, and it goes back to memory channel. So what I've learned is, I think the memory channel MCH means you can scroll through the memory channels, which seems logical. So again, if you wanted to adjust the squelch, you would press the squelch link, and notice again it will pop up here on the upper screen, right there. You see the little bar graph. Watch this. See that? There's where the adjustment is, right there. So you can turn it up and you can turn it down. So again, to get back into memory mode where you can actually scroll through the different memory channels, you press the MC button, and when I press the MC button, the SQL will go away. Now we're back in memory mode. So for example, if you want to go into VFO mode and just dial in a frequency, we can do that. We'll go to VFO, and again, notice here now we're in VFO, we're in FM mode. But say for example, if I want to dial in a particular frequency, I could go to band and enter, and I could dial in the frequency. So we'll put in 052 FT-991A. That's the single sideband. I believe that's the 6 meter calling, and we'll press enter. So we're on the frequency, but we need to change the mode. So to do that, we'll press the mode button and we'll go to upper sideband. And there we are. And you notice what happened? The frequency changed. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to unlock the VFO, and I'm going to bring it back into. There we go. Now I'm going to lock the VFO. So now we are in USB upper sideband 50.125, which is the excuse me, you know what, I told you wrong there. The frequency was actually, so let's go back and re-enter the frequency. Go to mode, excuse me, and enter 052, excuse me, that's wrong, 050125. Okay, so you just got to see a second example of how to enter the frequency. So I'm going to adjust the squelch. Okay. And so now we're in VFO mode. I'm going to unlock the clarifier and we can adjust it. So for example, if we're done here and we want to go back to memory mode to one of the pre-programmed channels, we're in VFO mode. We press the VM button, and now notice the memory 5 came back up again. Now we can scroll through the different channels. So if any time when you're operating the radio, if you get into a situation where it gets complicated, I have learned just simply toggling the V voice or VFO in memory will get you back into the proper mode where you can actually go to the frequency. So when you're in this mode here, if you're on any of the memory channels and the VFO is unlocked, so let me go back and we'll go back to memory channel, or let's go back to VFO now. So right now with the VFO unlocked, if we're in a memory channel and we accidentally bump the VFO, we're going to go into we're going to go off the frequency and the memory location will go away. If this happens, if you want to get back on the specific frequency channel, you can dial it in, or you can press VM again and you'll be back into memory mode. Now I've learned when you're in memory mode, I always lock the VFO, that way you can't bump it. So if you just want to look through the different frequencies, no big deal. But if you want to go to VFO, you simply press the VM. Now we're back in VFO A. Unlock the VFO and dial in your frequency. And we'll just practice entering another frequency. We'll go to enter and we'll type in 052 525. I think that's the right frequency. 052, let's see here, 052 252. Oops. We'll go back. Let's try this again. Mode. Excuse me. Enter 052 525 00. Press enter. So here we want to change since we're in FM now, we want to change the mode to FM. And we can adjust the squelch. We can also adjust again the SWR, compression, voltage, and then output power. And again, if you're done with VFO, if you want to adjust the frequency, you can. If you want to actually dial it in and lock it, you can do that too. Just lock the VFO. So a couple of things also I've learned is there's the clarifier here, and the clarifier, it has a couple of modes it works in. The clarifier, if it's in this mode here, let's see, it's going to adjust, I believe, the transmit clarification. And if you're in this mode here where it says receive, then both of these adjust together. So you're adjusting. So if the clarifier is off, then I believe you're only clarifying your transmit. Your receive is not changing. But if you press the clarifier again where it says receive, then both your receive and transmit frequencies are being adjusted. So a couple other things. If you have a frequency that you want to particularly use the tuner for, if you want to tune the antenna for the SWRs, you can press and hold this button here, and what it will do is it will actually tune the, or at least reduce the SWR back into the radio. It doesn't necessarily make the SWR go away. It just prevents harmful damage to the output transistors. So that's my understanding on it. So anyway, we'll go back to VFO, or we'll go back to memory mode. And again, this is the different repeaters that we have. Now, see right now, this is something that happened. I'm turning the multifunction and nothing's happening with this. But if you notice, the squelch is. So when you get into this situation, if you turn this and nothing's happening, look what the meter's doing. You see it right there. It's adjusting. So when this happens, again, I don't know 100% about this, but to get out of this, to fix this problem, press the MCH. Now you're back into the mode where you can access the different ones. So what else can I show you on here? That's pretty much the extent of this video, was just to kind of show you, again, I'm going to turn it back off, 3 seconds, turn it back on, and that's K5EHL, that's my dad's call sign. But again, when you first turn on the radio, if you want to get into memory mode, again, press the VM. Now we're in memory mode. And the nice thing about this radio is, now see right here, it's done something different, so we're going to press VM again. Now memory is not there, so I'm going to press it again. Oh, I'm pressing the AM button, my bad. That was user induced. So again, we'll go back. Let's press the VM. We're in memory mode. Okay, there's some frequencies pre-programmed in here, so that was my bad. So again, we'll go back through, and this is the first repeater channel. It's got a negative offset, 600 kilohertz. So there's again, these are all the frequencies. And again, just if you get jammed up, just remember the VFO button. That's a good thing to help you with. If you, like I say, if you adjust the squelch, or if you get jammed up or whatever, usually the VFO will get you back where you need to be. I always lock the VFO and I leave it in fast, but anyway, that's the purpose of this video, was just to kind of give you a quick overview, and as I learn more, I'll put more information up. Alright, thank you, KI5JUF 73.